Doc, Giannis probable with the move. Do you think he'll go tonight? Dame probable. Is he available for you?
He's available.
Okay. It's been a week, and obviously concussions can be tricky. Is he under any kind of restriction, or do you have to watch him at all? Or
No, I mean, he's fine, but you always have to watch him. You have to watch them all for that matter. So, but he's fine. He's clear.
I mean, playing without him for the better part of a week, 3 games, you've had to do some different things offensively. Though, what in terms of the ball movement, though, that you've seen, how obviously he's a different kind of player and a guy who is going to take some shots. But what would you like to see ball movement wise, maybe carry over from these 3 games? That
probably the same. The ball movement can stay the same, but we still wanted to move to Dame at times and him to be aggressive. Some of it was artificial ball movement, though. Charlotte, the entire game just went under on every guard. So it really made running offense. When you're running an offense and they're going under every pick and roll, other than AJ Green, I think they went over, and I think they were worried about TP. Other than that, everything was unders. They're not going to do that with Dame, and that creates offense in itself as well.
You talked about how TP's been a little bit more confident on the drive in these games.
Yeah.
That Dame has been out. How do you want him to try to find the balance of maybe not forcing the drive, but that being a bigger part of kind of what he was doing?
It's not even forcing. If he's coming off of something and no one's in front, just keep going. That's what we're telling all our guys, to pull it. Teams don't want to come off of Giannis's body. They want to act like they are, and they're in the half drop, but then they always go back to Giannis. And what we're saying is keep going downhill, force them to, if they have to take you, then Giannis is open. If they don't take you, then you have a layup. And I think TP is probably taking advantage of that over anyone other than Pat. Pat Connaughton has always done a good job of that.
Transition defense, something we talked about a lot at the start of the year, hasn't been as maybe big of a problem for you guys as of late. This is the Rockets team that put up 143 last night, young legs. Just how big is the messaging tonight? We got to get back on defense and set up in transition.
Well, I hope we don't have to. Sometimes it's just common sense, obviously, but we talk about transition every day, every moment, our discipline, and I think we're doing a much better job. But every night you still have to bring it up.
I don't know if you've been through this situation before, but just your reaction to getting fined by the league for a complete.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a tough spot, really. You have to defend your players. Unfortunately, I wish we could send like Barry out to do the media at their games like that. You're put in a tough spot. And I was laughing with someone. It's that rare case when your girlfriend comes down with a bad outfit and she asks you, what do you think? And if you answer correctly, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. That's how I felt with the fine. So
I am here for the Barry Bonds
post
game.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You understand exactly what I'm saying.
Coach Dylan Brooks could guard Dame, he could guard Giannis tonight.
Say that again.
Huh?
You said Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Okay. You made it sound like you said Coach Dylan Brooks. I was like, wait a minute.
No, I was saying Coach, Dylan Brooks. That's okay. Sentences and words aren't my strength. So good thing I don't get paid for that. Yeah. Dylan Brooks could guard multiple people from Dame to Giannis tonight. He can chirp at you guys on the court and
he will.
Yeah. So how do you counter a guy like that?
You obviously it's brought up, but Dylan's an instigator. He really is. He uses that as part of his arsenal, and he does a great job of it. And if you fall into it, he can have an effective, and it affects his whole team, like in a very positive way. There's a lot of guys. We had one in Pat Beverly last year, and you see at times it works, and at times it doesn't. At the end of the day, the best answer anytime against any of those guys like that is to go play and score on them, and then it gets quiet. But if you don't, he's gonna ramp it up. That's what makes him good.
Coach, when you look at this Rockets team, watch the film from the last couple games, they've obviously won 5 in a row. What stands out just maybe about the young legs, the grittiness?
Well, they're just playing at a great place. I mean, last night it was unbelievable. And it's funny, I think after the first quarter, it was a 1-point game, and then it was a 30-point game. I mean, they're impressive to watch. They're like a cross between Ime's personality, this toughness, and then they're running as well. So they have both things going for them. They really move the ball for a young team, and you don't see that a lot with young teams, but they're doing a great job of it.
We talked often about how much BP likes to play. Like if he can be available, he's going to be available. Do you feel like that game off gave him a chance to reset it all? It just felt like that game in Charlotte, he was so in control and kind of picked his spots.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was coming around anyway. And it may have. You just never know that. But he is a player. You're right. It's rare when he misses games. When he missed the other night, it was such a late scratch because he was trying everything he could just to get on the floor. So yeah, but who knows? I think he has found his rhythm again, and that's going to be good for us.
Doc, what strides have you seen from Gary Trent Jr. the last 2 games?
He's comfortable. You can see it. Like he's finally gotten comfortable in what we're doing. He's comfortable in what he's doing. He's making the right plays. He's shooting the ball well. And it's funny, he started out the year playing good defense, and then he kind of got lost a little bit. And now he's back to that. He's been terrific on both sides of the ball for us. He's starting to give us what we thought he would, for sure. All right. No one wants to talk about that field goal, huh? Yes.